The rope snapped tight, then nothing. Empty space yawned beneath. He plunged. Wind screamed past, a symphony of his terror. He tumbled, a rag doll at the mercy of gravity. Ice and rock blurred into a dizzying kaleidoscope. Time warped, a heartbeat stretching into an eternity. Then a bone-jarring impact. Darkness threatened to consume him.
I gasped, my lungs burning with the effort. Consciousness returned, a flickering flame in the icy void. My body screamed in protest, pain lancing through me. I lay there, a broken thing on the unforgiving slopes of Everest. Above, the summit mocked my ambition. Below, the abyss awaited its due.
His leg throbbed, a searing pain that stole his breath. He dared a look, twisted, unnatural, broken, panic-welled, a monster threatening to devour his resolve. He pushed it down, drawing on a reservoir of strength he didn't know he possessed. He was alone, injured, exposed to the full fury of Everest.
The cold was a living thing, seeping into my bones, leaching the warmth from my body. Each gust of wind was a knife slicing through my layers. My oxygen-starved mind conjured hallucinations, dancing shadows in the swirling snow. I knew the dangers of altitude, the insidious creep of hypoxia. I had to descend, I had to survive.
Survival? The word echoed in his mind, a beacon in the storm. He clung to it, a lifeline against despair. Years of training kicked in, a muscle memory of the soul. He assessed his situation, inventorying his meager supplies. He had to control the bleeding, protect himself from the elements, and signal for help.
I fashioned a makeshift splint from my ice axe and trekking poles, biting back a scream as I set my broken leg. I dug a shallow snow cave, a fragile shelter against the biting wind. I activated my emergency beacon, a silent plea for salvation. Hope, a fragile thing, flickered in my chest. I would not die here. I would not let Everest claim me.
Section 4, the climb within.
Days blurred into nights. Time lost all meaning in the relentless cycle of pain and cold. I rationed my food and water, each bite a victory against the encroaching grip of starvation. I fought to stay awake, knowing that sleep could be my final surrender. I drew strength from memories, from the faces of loved ones, from the fire that still burned within. I battled hallucinations, their voices whispering sweet promises of oblivion. I raged against the storm, a lone warrior defying the mountain's wrath. I clung to hope even as it dwindled with each passing hour. I knew the odds were against me, but I had come too far, fought too hard to give up now. I would climb, I would survive, I would live.
Section 5, Hope's thin air.
A distant whirring sound cut through the howling wind. I lifted my head, hope surging through me like a jolt of electricity. Could it be? Was it possible? I fumbled for my signal mirror, my heart pounding against my ribs. I angled it, catching a glint of sunlight, flashing it again and again. I prayed they saw me, I prayed they were coming.
The whirring grew louder, resolving itself into the unmistakable roar of helicopter blades. We watched, tears freezing on our cheeks, as the massive machine fought its way through the turbulent air. They had found him. He was going to live.
An overwhelming wave of relief washed over me, leaving me weak and trembling. I had survived. I had conquered Everest, not by reaching its summit, but by staring death in the face and refusing to blink.
Section 6, a new summit.
His rescue was nothing short of a miracle. The world marveled at his story, his tale of grit and determination. He became a symbol of the indomitable human spirit, a testament to the power of hope.
But the experience changed him. It stripped him bare, revealing the raw vulnerability that lay beneath the layers of courage and resilience.
I carried the scars, both physical and emotional, as a reminder of my ordeal. But I also carried a profound sense of gratitude for the rescuers who risked their lives to save mine, for the second chance I had been given. I no longer sought to conquer mountains. I'd found a new summit to strive for, a summit of the soul.
He would spend the rest of his days inspiring others, sharing his story, and proving that even in the face of unimaginable adversity, the human spirit could triumph.